look at this. Phase 10 is on sale for $1, and I've been wanting this game so I can teach Chris how to play it because he's never played it before.
Yeah.
It's on sale for $1, so I'm gonna get it, and I'm really excited. We're right under the speaker, so it's super loud, but I'm so excited. Welcome to Saturday. I forgot what day it was. We're in the kids section because we're looking at this. Look, there's Super Mario chess, which is ridiculous, and it's like has all the pieces. Look at this, and Mario and Luigi are apparently the king and queen, and then Bowser and Bowser Jr. are the king and queen of the black side, I guess is what it is. But I love this that they have like the Koopa shells. That's awesome. It makes me really happy. Anyway, I find it really strange that Luigi is the queen and not Peach, but also, you guys don't know this, but I love Tsum Tsums, and they have these little collector Tsum Tsum things, and they're so cute, and I want them all. But the best one they have is the Cheshire Cat. I want it so badly, and the Mickey is really adorable. That's Chris's favorite. And look at little Piglet. Look at it. These are so cute. I want them all, except for Olaf, because he's creepy. But, yeah. And Cinderella looks a little weird. But look how cute Donald is, and they're all so adorable. I want them all, you guys. I found a medium-sized Cheshire Cat, but I can't find the big one. But I seriously want all of these because I think they're amazing, but can't justify buying them, so maybe someday. Maybe. They'll probably not exist by the time I can justify buying them. So that will be sad, but I really want them. They're so cute. Maybe if I ever find a Cheshire Cat one, then I'll just go screw it and I'll get the big Cheshire Cat.
Okay.
Except for maybe I want the little Cheshire Cat because look how cute he is. And then he's with Marie. Is that her name?
It says it right there.
Oh, right there. I wasn't even looking at that. I was just like, the cat from Aristocats, Marie, and then
the cat from Pinocchio.
Yeah, so it's so cute. I love the Cheshire Cat. I
think Figaro's my favorite part of Pinocchio.
Yeah, he's adorable. I love Alice in Wonderland, if you guys weren't aware. It's my favorite thing ever. Creamy chicken ramen is what I just found. This is my favorite kind of ramen ever, and I was sitting here talking about how I should maybe get some more ramen just like for lunches or whatever, well, at the house or whatever, and I was like, oh, maybe I should buy like a pack, and Chris was like, well, why don't you just get this? Isn't this your favorite kind? Because I talk about it all the time, that creamy chicken is my favorite kind of ramen, and I was like, oh my gosh.
I haven't seen them anywhere around here.
No, they have creamy chicken, and I'm gonna get all of them because they're amazing.
They're only 25 cents each.
Maybe not all, but like, this is my favorite, and I've been craving it so hard, and you guys can't understand my elation right now. It is vast. How excited am I?
Very obviously excited.
I'm so excited.
What are we playing?
Phase 10. And
you guys,
I'm whooping his butt.
Yeah, she really is. So, if you don't know how to play Phase 10 or have never heard it before, basically you get this little card that tells you the different things you have to get. So there's 10 phases, and the first one is 2 sets of 3, and then so on and so forth, you know. After you get, so you deal 10 cards to each person, and then you use those 10 cards to make 2 sets of 3. Every single turn you have to draw one card. This pile that's face up and this pile that's face down. Each person goes and they put another card on the face-up pile. So you can draw the last person's card that they put down, or you can draw from a new card that you don't know what it is. And you're trying to collect to get 2 sets of 3, and then the first person to get 2 sets of 3 gets to move on to phase 2, which is 1 set of 3 and 1 run of 4.
So it's like if the person who keeps winning, or if the same person keeps going out first, they could technically beat the game without the other person ever getting past phase 1.
Yeah, so if she's beaten me like a million times already. So she's already down on phase 6 right now.
And he's on phase
And I'm on phase 3. I have to get a set of 4 and a run of 4, which means a set of, like, all 4 numbers are the same, and then a run, so 1, 2, 3, 4. But she needs to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for phase 6. So.
Or I could do like 3 through 12 or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, whatever numbers end up making, because it goes through 12, yeah. So we're playing this, but it's going really stupidly. because we
Going
both
awesome.
we put both decks together.
He had the most stinking luck last time we were playing card games, and it was so stupid, so I'm finally winning. Also, yeah, we put both of the sets together, and I think I may pull them apart. I think that would make it more difficult.
It's going to be... Last time we played, we only played with like a deck that had one of each different thing in it, and it was so much more challenging. We were able to like block each other from getting certain things, because if there's only one of each thing, like, then you have to like covet the thing that you think the other person is looking for.
Yeah.
Like, say she's trying to get all the yellows or all the sixes. Say she's trying to get all the sixes. I noticed that she's trying to get all the sixes, or trying to get a certain kind of run or set.
You hoard them in your hand, and so you have a harder time collecting what you need because you're trying to block the other person.
Yeah.
But also, last time we were playing, is all our runs, we were doing them as runs of color and number, and this time we're just doing like a run of numbers, and so just like
I think I kind of like doing it when you have to do a run of all the same color instead of having to do, because it just makes it's a lot more challenging. It's a lot more fun that way. This way, it's been so boring, honestly.
I think we may take out one deck, and so it's just there's only one card of each color in there, and do that. And if we just switch to runs of color right now, it would make it a lot harder, even without taking.
Yeah, because each time, almost every single hand that we've done so far, one of us has won on the first hand. Like, we don't have to draw anything, and it goes nowhere. It's just so much more fun when we get to block each other and have.
We may come up with other rules of how we decide we like it done, but.
That's the basic idea of this game. Giselle showed me this game on our way home from Portland when we went there for Christmas. We played it on the airport, and it was a lot of fun because of how challenging it was to get the thing that you wanted to get, and because I got to block her all the time, and she got to block me. She was doing a really good job then. I got most of the luck when we came to playing War, because we were doing that a lot. But I got the wild card quite a lot, like almost every single time. I got the wild card every single time.
But so it looked like it was better because he was always getting the wild card, and I was always winning the phases, even though he had the wild card. So I was just like, that's how awesome I am.
But now there are 8 wild cards in this deck, and it's insane. And I don't like it.
My first hand I had 3, and so I just was like, we should redraw because this is way too many. And then the next hand he had 3 because he drew 2 on his first 2 draws and then laid down. It was ridiculous. But now I don't have any right now, so.
We'll see how much longer we decide to go on like this, but I'm pretty sure we're going to pull the deck apart really fast. If you guys never played FaceTime before, you should definitely give it a shot.
We had pizza for dinner, too, by the way. It was really good.
What?
Pizza for dinner?
Yeah. Pizza for dinner was awesome.
Walmart pizza is the best.
Yes, it is. For now, we're just playing the exact same way that we have been. Maybe when we're done, we'll switch to taking out stuff out of the deck, but I just won one finally. Now I'm on to step 4.
I realize that we're going to have to leave both decks in, but maybe we can change it to doing runs of the same color or something, because we do need a set of 5 and a set of 2.
Number 9 is 1 set of 5 plus 1 set of 2 and 1 set. Oh, but I feel like the rules we were playing with before had a different 9 and 10.
No, I made up a 9 and 10.
Right, okay, yeah, because we couldn't do this, because we were playing with a normal deck of cards, basically.
Yeah.
That only just had, like, one wild card in it, and so it was impossible to do a set of 5.
We may just take out some of the wild cards, honestly, because I feel like either we don't get any at all, or we get, like, 4 of them in one hand.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just we need to keep shuffling, and eventually that will get better, but, like, for now it's been ridiculous. It's been one or the other.
Also,
silly stuff.
I burnt my hand. Because I'm a smart cookie. I burnt 2 fingers. See that? You see that? My hand was soaking in some cool, lukewarm, cool water for like a half hour to make them feel better, and they still feel kind of. Well, actually, they're feeling okay right now.
Yeah.
That's fun. Giselle, how'd I do that? How'd I do that, Giselle?
He put his hand on the stove.
By accident.
Put his hand on the hot stove.
The stove wasn't supposed to be on. It was on for no reason.
So, our stove, like, instead of turning a dial to turn on the rings or whatever, instead it's these buttons right on the front, so it's like you can lean against them.
Yeah.
And they could accidentally get pushed in.
They're so annoying.
And so I set the pizza box up there and was like cutting it so it could fit in our oven because our oven's really small. And I was cutting it, and I guess I leaned against one and turned it on, and then I started smelling burning, and I was like, what is the smell? Is there something in the oven? And I checked, and like there's nothing, and then I like looked at the box, and it was like starting to smoke a little bit, and I was like, crap, like, is the oven heating through the stove enough? Because it does get hot. The top of the stove gets hot when the oven's on. I was like, is it heating through that quickly? Why is it that fast? So I pulled the box off, and it was smoking, so I stomped on it because it was starting to ember a little bit, and then I was like, and I was like talking about it. I was like, wow, the stove is hot, whatever. And Chris was like, huh, it is?
That's not what happened. I thought she meant that the oven was getting so hot that the stove was getting hot also.
I thought
for some reason, because that's what happens sometimes. Like when you turn the oven on, this top of the stove gets really hot, so you should like put things on top of it.
Yeah, like plastic will melt or
if you leave it on there when the oven is on. But so I was just like, is it really getting that hot that it burned the box? So I just want to like feel like press it, like just press down on like for a second to see like how hot is this getting that it like that it's doing that, like how hot is the oven getting? But then the stove was on apparently.
At that point, I realized I'd pushed one of the buttons, and I said, "Oh, I turned it on." And he was like, "You okay?" And he put his hand right down on the burner.
You did not tell me that.
And when you're checking to see if the stove was hot, you should always stick your hand like half an inch to an inch above it to check for the warmth.
Yeah.
And he did.
I was just so I was like confused, like why would that stove be hot when the oven's only on and that's it? And so my mom was just like. Was dumb and didn't really realize what she was saying.
He's
so
not dumb. He just wasn't thinking.
Those are one and the same,
no,
my dear.
They're not.
now she's making it worse by beating me at phase 10. My burns are worse because she's beating me at phase 10.
Oh, shush. By the way, guys, I've been listening to the Fairy Haven books or whatever, the Fairy Dust and Quest for the Wand, or Fairy Haven and Quest for the Wand, and then the Quest for the Egg one. So I finished listening to the first book, and I loved the first book. I thought it was so cute and really fun, and the illustrations are gorgeous, and just everything about the first book is wonderful. And I gave it like 4 stars. Like, it's just really good. I really liked it a lot. And then the second book, I want them all to die. They're all terrible, and I hate them all. And Books for MKs, Kaylee for Books from MKs, her review on Goodreads, I don't think she ever read the first one. She only read the second one. And her review of it was, I never liked Tinkerbell, fairies are selfish things, and she rated it 1 star. And I was like, that's so harsh. Like, why would you do that? And then reading it now, I totally understand it. I don't know if it's at a 1-star rating for me, but it's close. It's like definitely in the 2-star range. Like, the best thing about these books are the illustrations right now, because seriously, I want to punch them all in the face. Like, they're this small and I want to punch them in the face, which would probably kill them, but I don't care because they're all so frustrating and I hate them all.
When you punch them in the face, I'll clap for you, and then they'll come back to life and you can punch them again.
Yes!
Punching fairies is wholesome activity, in my opinion. But anyway.
They're the worst. Seriously, they're awful. I hate them.
And then in the car on the way home from Walmart, we were both like hungry, really, really hungry. And we were trying not to focus on our hunger. And Giselle was reading Mrs. Pigglewiggle to me. She's been reading Mrs. Pigglewiggle, the book Mrs. Pigglewiggle, to me in the car recently. It's pretty great. She does these great voices for the characters. And I love it. She started reading this to me a long time ago.
The second book.
Mrs. Pigglewiggle's Magic. I would be at work and she would like start sending me like her narrating it
on
Voxer, and I would listen to it like on my lunch breaks, like while I was walking somewhere to get food, and it was really fun. So now she's reading it in the car rides together. Cause sometimes we listen to audiobooks in the car together, but now she's being my personal audiobook.
We're like on page 30 or 33 right now, and there's like 120 pages, so we're like 20% of the way done almost, and it's really fun. I read this book a couple years ago, reread it a couple years ago, and so I didn't end up bringing the first book to me when I moved originally, and so I only had books 2 through 4, which is why I read Chris the second one. So now I'm reading him the first one, and then from there we'll move on to the third one. They don't need to be read in any order though, because they're all disjointed like stories together, but the first one I would recommend starting with it just because there's a whole like chapter just telling who Mrs. Pigglewiggle is, which I really love. But then besides that, they can be read in any order, and they're so fun and enjoyable. So that's what we've been doing in the car.
I gave them to my niece for Christmas. So Giselle's just been sitting here shuffling these cards the whole time we've been talking. So I think they're shuffled enough now. Let's go ahead and keep playing.
Yeah. I won! It was really close. I thought I was going to win. He was like 3 ahead of me.
We both got to the last phase. I got there really fast all of a sudden, and she was behind still.
Yeah, so on here you can see, so like what it is that I was on, I don't know, I was on...
You're on set 2, set 4.
I was on number 7, and he did number 7, and he did number 8, and then he did number 9. So I had to complete number 8 and number 9, and then I got to 10, and then I won. And it was great. And we were both at the exact same spot. If either of us had drawn any of the cards that we needed, and there were several options for what we could have drawn, then we would have, either one of us could have won, and I was just lucky. And it was the best thing ever.
You did a good job. You won.
And Chris isn't being a sore loser, so that's awesome.
She was really cute when she won. So it was she gets really excited when she wins stuff. So
started like jumping up and down on them. But I was like, yeah! While we were playing, Chris ended up turning on the music from To the Moon. So we've just been listening to For River over and over and over again, and it's the most beautiful song ever. And oh my gosh. It's an amazing game. You guys, if you still haven't watched To the Moon...
Don't watch it yet, because then we're going to play it on our Let's Play channel very soon.
Don't watch it if you didn't listen to us the first time. But if you want to watch us play it in a few months, then that's a thing that we're planning on making happen. And we're both really excited about it. And it's like 10 right now. Chris needs to start working on vlogs. I haven't been letting him, because I just wanted him to spend time with me, and I needed him to spend time with me.
I was very happy to spend time with her all day. So.
Because she's the best.
It was fun. It was a fun day. Yeah. It was a good day. Just need to work on some vlogs now. Yeah. Before I go to bed.
So I don't know when I'm going to head back over. Hopefully not too late, because we have church in the morning and I need to leave around 10. I'm going to take the car home tonight because we got smart about last night when we were big doofuses, and then Chris had to come pick me up, which wasn't too big of a deal because we ended up going out.
Right afterwards? We went to Walmart as soon as I got her, so.
Yeah. We decided we're going to go to choir before church. Unless we're absolutely dead tired, then we won't. But that means we have to leave even a half hour earlier than we thought, because we should try to be at the church by 11:15. Yeah. No, 10:15. 10:15 for that. 10:15. Not 11:15. That would make us really late for church. So 10:15, and we're both going to sing in the choir for the first time in this ward.
Oh,
and
boy.
It will be an interesting thing. So heading out the door in a few minutes. Just need shoes. My socks match Chris's pajama bottoms.
I got Star Wars
They're Star Wars, by the way. My mom made them for us all for Christmas.
When we talked to the lady who runs the choir, she was so excited that new people were joining. She was like, "Could you guys sing a duet together?" And I was just like, "You do not want to hear that." No. We'll keep that to ourselves. Thank you very much. I'm only like a fourth of the way editing this 25-minute long ramble about Ella, Jensen, and Red Bull. So I'm going to get on editing this down a little bit and getting it into the vlog, so it'll be done.
Hopefully he can be a good chunk of the way through it by the time I get home.
Yeah.
Because then by the time I'm done getting ready for bed, then we could just both go to sleep.
We'll see what happens, I guess. But I think that's pretty much it for today.
Yeah.
So we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.